Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Trudograd with me, BringItDon. So a slight change of plans. I decided to hunt down the albino Bloodsucker right away, since that's something easier to do off camera since it's dependent on a random encounter. And it's not super exciting to watch me just walk back and forth between two locations and hope I trigger it. So all I did is wait until about 11 p.m. and this was the first random encounter I came across. So here we go. You notice a huge figure on a rooftop. Seems like it's the albino Bloodsucker, who somehow learned of your plan and decided to commit to a preventative strike. Alright, let's fight him. We'll do this quest, and then we will... Oh, he's a big boy. Then we'll go speak to Uncle Ho after we turn this in. Alright, good enough for me, I guess. Okay. Alright, so Bloodsucker head. Severed head of a certain nasty albino Bloodsucker must be delivered to the brothel mistress in the docks area as proof of a successful hunt. That was super easy. Alright, so this is a set random encounter, so I have to look around and make sure there's no loot laying around. If you're going to equip my combat helmet for entering combat. Yeah, I don't see anything here, so let's go and leave. May have missed something, but it'll be okay. Go turn this in, see if Blaze doesn't level up. I really want to get her the perks that negates the penalties for wearing armor. Where is she? Oh, there she is. Black the Brothel's madam crosses her arms on her massive chest and raises a saucy eyebrow. What is it now, pretty boy? I want to talk about the albino Bloodsucker. I really hope that thing is dead. Reveal the mutant's severed head. Deader than your innocence. Madam Clack isn't the least bit unsettled by the grim trophy. She takes the hairy head from you and inspects it carefully. When she's happy with what she sees, she calls one of the door guards, speaks him in perfect Cantonese, and sends him away with the head. I have no doubts I was the mutant in question. Now his head will rest where it belongs, above the fireplace. As for you, here's 400 rubles for your good work. Make some choking sounds. Or, you can't be serious. Oh fine, I'll sweeten the deal a little. An extra 150. Will that do? 550 total. Deal. Thanks again, pretty boy. Or a teensy bit younger. I'd thank you in another way, too. Heh hee hee. Not counting the cash. Money will do just fine. Bye. Let's go speak to Uncle Ho. See what he knows about the Honest People Society. I wonder if we can speak to her. Well, she's probably asleep. But we can pickpocket her. Honorable Uncle Ho bows low and claps his hands behind his back. The money can buy you a watch, Jinjen, but it cannot buy you time. Work quickly, lest Lang's plan come to fruition. I was sent here by the revolutionaries. I'm listening. What do your comrades wish from Old Man Ho this time? I need to find the Honest People's Society. Do you know a way to reach them? Uncle Ho observes you closely and loses himself in thought. About to hurry him up when he finally returns. So be it. I will help you. Hopefully this decision will not come back and bite me, like an ungrateful dog. You probably noticed a large mermaid statue near the entrance to the docks. Approach it, and tell her these words exactly. I would trade centuries for a single day of life as a human. Remember these words. Better yet, write them down. Thanks for the intel, Uncle Ho. An army is fed for years, but used only for a minute. Just hoping that minute was worth it. I got it. See you later. I guess we can go do this real fast. I was wondering what this is going to be used for.
Some would claim this mermaid statue dominates the Trudograd docks. But in truth, the statue is far surpassed by the whorehouse, the overpowering fishy stench, and the angry yelling from the dark, damp back streets. Even then, the rust-covered eyes of the statue seem to watch you as you approach.
Alright, inspect the statue.
Despite the layers of rust and grime, the statue isn't in bad condition. It even looks somewhat like a real person if you squint and look from the corner of your eye. There's no plate describing the mermaid's provenance, so you're left guessing whether the sculpture always sat here or was installed after the war by some art-loving merchants. It seems too well made for the post-war era, but also too risque for something erected in pre-war Trudograd.
Okay, we're told this will give us luck, so rub the statue's breasts.
After glancing around for witnesses, you give the statue's icy breasts a quick rub. This naturally has no effect. Even if seafaring superstition has some truth to it, you're not feeling it at the moment.
Alright, say the strange password.
You inhale deeply and carefully recall the phrase Uncle Ho taught you. I would trade centuries for a single day of life as a human. Around a minute passes and you decide to repeat the phrase a little bit louder. I would trade centuries for a single day of life as a human. Another long minute passes and you're starting to think you've been tricked. But then a raspy voice, as if radio static could talk, responds. Says who? You retreat a few steps from the statue. The voice seems to be coming from a drain pipe at the statue's base.
My name is Donnie.
I'll remember that. What do you want?
It's about weapons for the revolutionary movement.
For some time, there's no response from the drain pipe. But just as you're starting to worry that the man has left, he speaks again. Weapons for revolutionaries, you say? So be it. A heavy pause. Go to the large warehouse, by the docks. Approach the door and say, honesty and good manners are expensive gifts. Do not expect them from cheap people. After delivering this cryptic line, the man is silent.
Anything else I need to say?
In return, there's only silence. The sound of small arms fire erupts somewhere near the docks. Doubting there's anything else to be gained from the statue, you decide to leave.
Alright, walk away. Alright, maybe I should go speak to the captain before I progress this quest too far. I think this might trigger the other quest. Actually, let's go see the jeweler about the exquisite ring that we got. See if we can sell that to him for a reasonable price. And the other jewelry. It hasn't come up yet in dialogue. I feel like if it was going to, it'd be with this guy. He doesn't buy it for a lot either. It's only worth 38. I feel like it should be worth more, and I can sell this for more at other places as well. Alright, let's deal with this first. How close is she to leveling up? 102. Or sorry, 192. 102. You come to a steel reinforced door leading into a warehouse. A small window opens in the middle, from which the doorman glares at you menacingly. I thought I told you to scram. Clear your throat. Honesty and good manners are expensive gifts. Do not expect them from cheap people. Password accepted. Here for the guns. Bingo. For some time, you hear nothing from the other side of the door. Then, however, the latch is unlatched, the door opens. Congratulate yourself. Unless I go inside, we're gonna get attacked, aren't we? A short fellow comes up to you. After wiping some invisible dust particles off his fancy jacket, he addresses you in a surprisingly calm and pleasant voice. You're here to purchase the weapons, right? If I'm being honest, I wasn't surprised to find a client so quickly. These rifles are reliable, powerful, and easy to work with, just like our organization. Sounds nice. Shall we haggle? Actually, all our merchandise has an honest price. We never lower said price, despite any attempt at haggling by other parties. The fixed price for the rifles is 50,000 rubles. Comrade, I ask you to make a gift for these revolutionary arms. Once the oppressors are overthrown, your organization will be repaid tenfold. Alright, 2 level ups there, Blaze and Hexogen. Your words ring so true that the smuggler falls silent. He's thinking it over. Seems like getting on the good side of the revolutionary movement, who may soon be the new authority in Trudograd, is something of real value to him. Possibly more value than cash. Darn politics, always getting in the way of profit. Fine. Hope you're being honest. I'll be waiting to be rewarded for our support. Now take those rifles. You nod, and keep nodding until you get a crick in your neck, just to reinforce how honest you truly are. The smuggler isn't completely sure of you, but he invites you over to the crates anyway. The pocket radio you received back at Atom HQ starts to crackle. A familiar voice speaks through the heavy static. Come in. Come in. This is Shrike. We were barely able to pinpoint your signal. Fear static overwhelms the transmission. Had to contact Kirk Orzicon. Static worsens. How you doing over there, comrade? Did you get the rifles? Copy that. Yeah, just got them. Here are the coordinates. Half an hour later, huge truck can be heard rumbling to a stop outside. Several tough-looking men with the flames of revolution burning in their eyes take away the crates full of rifles. You watch them leave, pondering where you'll go next. Could have given me a ride. In fact, they could have. Alright, let's level up our companions. Up to 50, because I think one of the upgrades, one of the mods for a weapon required 50 crafting. I could be mistaken. Alright, so he's got 5. We're still waiting on 7, right? Yeah. It needs to level up one more time. Blaze, on the other hand, he's a ways off from getting anything worthwhile from crafting, but survival, let's just 3 points. That's no good. I should have given her one of the piece of equipment that boosts her skill points. Of course, she leveled up. If I could optimize that, I'm probably not going to. I think we'll just hold on to our points until I can get her something up here. Let's get her up to 200 here. This will give her experience for killing with the weapons governed by the skill increases by 15%. And martial arts by 5. Martial arts up by 5. Only 83 health. That's so little. Over here rocking 237. Alright, let's see if we can steal anything from these guys. We'll stealth up real fast. Very disappointing loot for this warehouse. lot of people in here to talk to, though. Golden pick. Gold-plated guitar pick. It's better to keep it than to sell the first trader it comes across. Alright, well, I'll get rid of that, I guess. I'm not selling any of the unique stuff that I find, so... Gonna let me through? Probably not. Let me get past this guy. A lanky, swarthy fellow is having some fun, spinning a pistol in one finger. Keeps his left hand in his pocket. Salute, you commie bastard. Give the guy an appraising look. I should better get... Yeah, I'm only a part-time revolutionary. That's cool, too. I also like to bet on winners. Carefully examines you. Hey, since you're so businesslike, wanna earn a couple rubles? I'd like to ask you a few questions first. I'm not much of a talker. Go see the milkman. Loves to shoot the breeze. And what's your name? The smuggler takes his left hand out of his pocket. Fingers are curled up as if they've been eaten with a hammer. Or beaten with a hammer, not eaten. And to making sure you get a good look at his disfigurement, he puts it back again. That's what happens if you drink and smoke during pregnancy. And it's why they call me Crooked. I got it. What did you have for me, Crooked? A week or so ago, I discovered something interesting. Seems there's a broken down truck loaded with valuable junk, not far from Trudograd. It's just been sitting there since the war. I sent a few of my lads to scout it out, and they didn't come back. You take a walk over there and see how they're doing. I can pay you for your help with some goodies. Wait a minute. What kind of valuable junk are we talking about? Weapons, armor, maybe something from the old factories. Drugs. It's all trash probably. But I'm hoping with a bit of work, it can be polished up for resale. The way things are going, cheap refurbished weapons are going to be in high demand. And what's the reward for this merry jaunt? Don't sweat it. Be good to me, and I'll be really good to you. Plus, if you find something you like at this site, feel free to keep it for yourself. We're all friends here, right? Alright, show me where to find this place. The banner indicates the approximate location with a military truck and electronic map. It's outside the city walls. The cold floodplain people call it. In the summer it's a swamp, but with all manner of blood-sucking critters. But in winter, everything's frozen over, so you don't need to worry about catching malaria or anything like that. Find my band of idiots and come back here. I got you, but if I ask you a few questions. Listen, but they don't have time for chit-chat right now. Okay, can't get in there yet. Alright, let's go around and talk to everybody. Let's, get my other equipment back on. What did I have on my face previously? Put this on for now for the +1 to attention, I think. Did I get rid of my Adam thing? Oh no, it's right here. My personality's maxed out. Are we close to leveling up? A little ways off. Don't need to worry about it right now. I'll keep the attention equipped. The smuggler who sold you the rifle cache looks lost in thought. But as soon as you move closer, he turns to you. Yeah? What is it? I'd like to ask you a couple questions. Oh, why not? What's your name? Kuzma Chesnikov is the name. Did you think I had some creepy nickname like a bandit? That wouldn't be honest, would it? Now, why do you call yourselves the honest people? Why shouldn't we? Not gonna lie. Honesty is key when you're running an operation like this. How do you like living in Trudograd? If I'm being honest, the city isn't my first choice for places to live. But for work, it's pretty great. With all the warring factions, laws against the gun trade, and everything. What do you know about the other factions in the city? Discussing other people and their plans behind their backs wouldn't be honest. Who knows how you're going to use this information in the upcoming street war? Whoops, forget I said that. I see. Want to talk about something else? Smuggler shrugs indifferently. You sell anything, not in bulk. I only sell in bulk. You'll find someone else, compadre. Alright, that means no, I guess. A plump, well-dressed man in glasses eyes you with a slight smirk, then sighs, pretending to be saddened by your visit. Oh dear, haven't you heard that Milkman doesn't do business with just anyone? I guess you should just move on. I want to ask you a few questions. I'm not much of a talker. I'm not a stubborn old bull either. Ask whatever you want. Why do they call you Milkman? I'm an animal caretaker by trade. Years of working in this organization have made me a one-of-a-kind specialist in milk science. That's how I got my little nickname. Why would a gang of smugglers need a milk expert? Because I use everyday cow milk as a base for creating highly specialized designer drugs. Much more valuable and exclusive than your run-of-the-mill Black Lotus. Weed milk, milk of poppy, Maloco Plus, Melicet, Fido milk, brown cream. Don't get me started. Now tell me about your profession. I'll be honest, I left my profession. It's a huge disappointment that I can't spend as much time on my craft as I'd like. Using my centrifuge to bond lysergic acid diethylamide to the acetylglycerols and milk fat is something I only get to do 2, maybe 3 times a month. The rest is spent smuggling sheer banalities like weapons. I'll lose my nickname soon if things keep going this way. But enough of the pity party. Let's talk about something else. My aunt once spoke a bunch of gibberish like that, right before the stroke. You maybe need a medic, comrade. Christ almighty. Better yet, go get yourself a chemistry textbook, young lady. What can you tell me about the docks? Better you ask someone from the Guangzhou. They're the ones who own the place now. Can you share a rumor with me? As a newcomer to the city, you probably heard a lot about the local brothel, right? Well, let me tell you, it's not the greatest place to rest your backside. Whenever I go there, I have a severe allergic reaction, get a rash all over my body. Funny thing is, I'm only allergic to cherry blossoms, giant rats, and liars. Since it's winter and the trees aren't in bloom, we're left with only 2 options, neither of which instills confidence in that cat house services. Let's talk about something else. What do you want this time, dearie? Dearie? Can you at least tell me about the honest people? Dearie me, that's going to take a while. According to our oldest member, the recently deceased Yuzim Gabza Agli, aka Truth Bomb Yuzim, the history of our noble order began during the Soap Wars, right after the bombs fell on the country. Let's squint at him. Do continue. Just as the last war ended, a certain prison camp to the east was cut off from the rest of humanity. When the inmates learned that the old world was Kaputsky, the smartest of them overthrew the guards and founded St. Gulagsburg, a free city where criminals ruled as kings. But not everyone welcomed this new peace and prosperity. A group of conniving snitches, who formerly worked alongside the prison guards, planned a coup. The soap wars began when those bastards kidnapped Thief King Zayava and forced him to pick up the soap, after which Thief King Gorasol sent an army of muggers to retaliate. The ensuing bloodshed was so horrific, both sides decided to forfeit. The last honest Thief King and his crew settled in the Trudograd docks, where they formed the Honest People Society. As for the remnants of the snitches, they took over a Grey Corner and started calling themselves the Knaves. Will you give me your word that what you told me is the truth? Never. Yuzim, who told the story, didn't give me his word either. Like his second stage dementia started kicking in when he came up with that hogwash. You know, the one where your mind begins to break down, but due to your diminished capacity, you no longer acknowledge it. I have you know that not all of us, senior citizens, believe in this so-called dementia. Why, it's nothing but a ploy conjured up by the caregiver mafia who wants to push their agenda and their... I forgot where I was going with this. You and Yuzim would have been best mates, old man. I'm sure of it. Alright, that's it for him. Let's see. Milkman. This grim-faced, broad-shouldered, well-armed smuggler doesn't look like he's interested in a pleasant chat. His brief greeting doesn't contradict this assumption. All questions should be addressed to my boss. Well, I came to talk to you specifically. Only if you make it quick. What's your name, big guy? Folks call me Addis. That's how we met. What do you do here? I'm watching over the boss, so no jerk gets ideas. What can you tell me about the docks? Real shame there's so many Guangzhou around the docks nowadays. The previous administration didn't care for smuggling. These guys are moving their own contraband, giving folks like us unneeded competition. Can you share some rumors? Folks around here tell the story of how I broke this dude's neck. He looked exactly like you, had the same complexion, and asked the very same questions. They like to frighten each other, saying I'd kill again if I was provoked. I have to wonder whether there's some truth behind this rumor. Only time will tell, I suppose. Sure. So, you want to talk about something else? You should have to flap that tongue of yours. Let's have a quick chat about your boss and I'll leave. The guard sports a crooked smile, annoyed and amused at the same time. You really think I'd gossip about Milkman with the likes of you, when he's standing right there? We're all honest, are we not? An honest man has nothing to hide. The bespectacled man, standing nearby, turns to you with a mocking grin. What he says makes the tough guard cringe and look away, confused. He's right, you know. Tell him how you really feel about me. Geez, well, I like my boss. He's real smart, knows a ton about all kinds of cool animals. He's also great at making dairy-related puns. You happy now? There you go, and I'm off. There was another guy, this guy. He's sitting on a lot of money. The sweaty, cross-eyed little man is best summed up in a single word. Shady. He coughs slightly and begins speaking with a noticeable lisp. Hey there, are you looking for wink wink nudge nudge? Something nice? Something nice, huh? What would that be? Drugs, buckaroo. I've got Lotus, hallucinogens, speed, anything you want. Come check it out. Can you answer some questions for me? Now, I'm not much of a talker. Trading is my métier. Métier? Can you at least tell me your name or handle? Among my fellow smugglers, I'm known as the Truther. Why? Because I always tell the truth. Tell me more about your organization. The honest people are pros at moving not-so-legal stuff in and out of the city. Not gonna lie, recent events have been really good for our business. You sound like an advertisement. Show me your wares. Alright. I should get going. I think that's everybody. Except for the guy that was in there sleeping. Can I go down here? I don't think I can interact with that door. Alright, so we can go talk to this guy that's in here taking a nap. That should be all the people in the warehouse. I really want to get in this room here. Now let's crack open for a second, but immediately close again. Alright, what time is it? Is he gonna get out of bed? You know, it's... What time is it? You know, it's noon 35, right? Come on, man. Get out of bed! Alright. Oh, here we go. I didn't see this guy. Go talk to him instead then, since this guy doesn't want to speak. Or get out of bed. Don't start anything. Oh, shoot. Alright, one second. I see how long I've been. Okay. I had to see how long I've been recording for. Completely lost track of the time. I really want to speak to that guy, but I guess we're not going to. Alright. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is go to Skull Island. Nope, hold on. I want to do one more thing real fast. I want to see if she has anything to say about Ivandoe killing himself. The thin middle-aged woman doesn't notice your arrival. She's nervously puffing on a crooked ciggy, mumbling to herself. Stupid husband. Worthless accordion player. Why did you do it? Why did you kill yourself? Why will I keep the laundry open now? About the accordionist. I know why he did it. The woman's attention is immediately focused on you, but she says nothing. He jumped after I gave him a dusty old movie tape I found. It had been forgotten in a chest that opened with his special key. The tape sunk with him. In her pitiful condition, the woman only understood parts of what you said, interpreted the bits she did hear as a confession of a murder. You drove him to suicide. You vermin. Why are you here? You gonna take my husband's job now? No. I bet you won't. Now you'll run away to look for new victims. The adventurers are all the same. Ah, ma day. I said get out. Okay. Bye. Oh. Not my fault he couldn't live with the sins of the past. Alright, I'm gonna call the episode here. In the next one, we'll speak with Captain Sinbadov and Long Wang and head to Skull Island. But for now, thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.